guess you'd probably call that swing as opposed to jazz or jazz swing, whatever you want to call it. It says jazz on my t-shirt. That's Castlemaine Jazz Festival. I am aware of the obviousness of that, especially for this video, but it's just the way it worked out. I put this t-shirt on 4 days ago, and it's clean. Don't worry. I'm playing jazz on a Gretsch, and I don't see this that often, so I just want to make a really quick video of a little bit of jazz on a Gretsch. This has Tomastic infields on it. I did this the other day. Awesome decision. Don't regret it at all. Sounds absolutely brilliant. No tradesman ever blames his tools, but certain guitars definitely help you articulate certain things, and I've generally steered towards a Gibson ES175 when I'm noodling playing jazz stuff. You'll see that in some of my other videos. I do have a Gretsch G400 Synchromatic as well. That's an American guitar. It's basically like a D'Angelico type deal, solid top and stuff, and that's a beautiful guitar as well. I guess I am playing jazz on a Gretsch there, but I guess I wanted to talk about, 6120 or something along these lines. Why do we not see a lot of jazz played on a Gretsch? I think the go-to guitar is something in that Gibson ilk. Maybe the PAF pickups on a Gibson are a bit smoother or whatever, but I really love the very colourful lush tones that you can get out of a Gretsch. The Filtertrons as well, a really great sound. It just interests me that this isn't the go-to option. It's not quite as common. Myself, I got into jazz, I've been to jazz for a long time, but a bit more seriously, I went out and I bought a Gibson ES175. It seemed like the thing to do. Forget what I'm doing. I had to do that lick to make up for the bad little bit of playing there, even though that lick wasn't great. So yeah, now more recently I got into listening to Sal Salvador, and I went, wow, that's a great tone. A little bit of research on the particular album, Frivolous Sal. I believe he was using a Gretsch with none other than Dynasonic single coils, the original ones, which may sound different, but still, it made me sort of go, you know what? Why don't I play more jazz on one of my on this particular Gretsch? I've always had a very strong love for this guitar. It's very orange. I guess some days I'm not really into that, but it sounds amazing. Let me play a little bit of Johnny Smith. That last stuff wasn't Johnny Smith. That was Adrian White. Sorry about that. I misled you. So, some lush chords there, single notes. Hopefully you're getting an idea now that this guitar works really well for jazz. And I'm getting a bit more serious. I've got my own sort of outfit now that I'm wanting to do gigs with, and I think I'm going to give this guitar a real go. You know how important it is as a guitar player making the choice of which guitar you're going to use, especially when you have a number of them, which many of us do. What else can I play for you? Let me play a little bit of this is maybe not so jazz, but that was my way, played my way. Did it? Sorry. So you get the idea that I guess that's jazz. It had like a minor 7 in it and a few slash chords. If you don't think it's jazz, shut up. No, I'm sure you do. There's those Johnny Smith chords again. So yeah, jazz on a Gretsch, does it work? I believe so. And I'm sure there's been lots of guys over the years that have used a jazz in that a Gretsch in that capacity that I'm maybe ignorant of. So I would love it if some comments were passed on as to who plays jazz on a Gretsch. I'd love to know more. And I hope that if you are, do have some beautiful Gretsches in your stable and you're hunting a Gibson, by all means go buy a Gibson too, but don't rule out your Gretsch. It's a great guitar for that sort of stuff. Just because it has cacti on it, is that the plural of cactus? Doesn't mean that it's not going to work for jazz. Just use your ears. It's beautiful. I don't know what I'm playing. I'm not really playing over anything in particular. I didn't really need to do that. I was just getting fancy. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, talk about it, comment, please. Thank you very much. Bye.